what they are, what they do, they make really great, high quality, unique looking optics mounts, scope mounts. These things are pretty rad. So let's talk a little bit about these. So the three options that we have on our website right now is two options for a 34 millimeter tube and one option for a 30 millimeter tube. I'm going to look at those a little bit more. But what we have here is a very durable single piece aluminum mount. It's all black hard coat anodized. Looks awesome, really good machining. Couple unique features about these. As you can kind of see from the inside here, it's already milled and machined with those grooves. Now those grooves are on the cap as well. And the purpose for that is a lot of guys, long distance shooters, they will actually put a resin, a powder resin on the inside when they're mounting their scope onto the mount. And that helps it hold in place a whole lot better. Less chances of it moving, sliding, or having to readjust it. It also means that you don't have to put as much torque onto the cap, which then decreases the chances of messing with any of the internals of the scope itself. So kind of cool little touch there. Now, when you take a look at this one that we have mounted on the rifle, one big thing that sticks out is the overall shape of the mount. So a lot of times, we're not seeing these scope mounts in this kind of square, uniform look. They're kind of, take that 45 degrees and we get that kind of triangular pointy part. So the purpose of that, why Spuhr does this, is a couple reasons. One is now when you look at this from the backside, you're able to see that you can see the turret. So you have your windage and your parallax turret as well as your elevation turret are all completely visible. They're not being blocked at all. So if you're running an optic that doesn't have caps and you need to be able to see those numbers for quick adjustments, the scope mount itself is not getting in the way at all. So you're going to have that full clarity, easy to see. Additionally on there, you're going to see all these different mounting holes. And those are for all the different accessories that you can get for the Spuhr system here. They do call this their ideal scope mounting system, which I think is pretty it's pretty unique. But let's talk a little bit more about these. So this one here is for a 34 millimeter tube. Now the difference here, so these are all cantilever scope mounts, and the cantilever, the benefit to that, just like on this rifle here, is it allows you to get that scope and mount it more forward onto the rifle. Versus a non-cantilever scope mounts, that scope mount would have to be sitting back here more on the receiver, which might then push your scope back into your eye a little bit more. So depending on your stock, your build, all that, it's nice to have, especially for an AR platform, that cantilever scope. So this 34 millimeter option here also gives you a 6 millimeter or a 6 mil tilt. So any kind of extreme long distance, you're going to have already built in 6 millimeter tilt, which means you don't have to make those 6 millimeter adjustments or the 6 mil adjustments on your scope when you're doing your zeroing or when you're doing any adjustments for your shooting. So a really nice feature when you're talking about more of the long distance aspect. The other two, the 34, this one here also is a 34 millimeter, has zero tilt, and the 30 mil tube down here is also a zero tilt. The heights on these are all going to be 38 millimeters or 1.5 inch. The weight is 246 grams or 8.7 ounces. And the overall length is 140 millimeters, or we're looking at 5.51 inches. So pretty durable, real light, awesome features, awesome products from Spuhr. If you're familiar with Spuhr, it's a Sweden-made mount, and they're really, really common in the long distance world, long distance shooting, and just really cool stuff. So jump on the website to see some more about these, and hopefully we'll have some more coming in as well as some more options for y'all. Let me know if you have any experience with your Spuhr mount and which favorite features or attachments or accessories you have for them.